I doubt they'll notice anything.
You would think that, you know, and I think it's because of our own insecurities. But anyways, let's start.
We do notice our own insecurities a lot. But
100%.
Anyway, welcome back to an episode of Park Your Thoughts, a place to park your thoughts and hopefully you understand them. And today I'm here with...
Shalom.
Yeah. Wow, that's like shalom, like the Jewish...
Yeah.
Is it a Jewish greeting?
Yes, it is. It means peace.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So, I'm here with a peaceful...
I don't know about that. I don't think I'm peaceful in that sense. I think I'm quite loud, babe.
Fair enough. Do you want to say what you do, or...?
I mean, I post on TikTok. I don't know what my niche is. I don't know what to call it.
Yapping at a camera?
Yeah, in my bedroom. I like to talk about my emotions and my feelings. I think I've always been in touch with my feelings, but doing it in front of a camera always felt natural because I used to record it and just save it in my memories and then look back on it.
Like a video journal type of
Yes, but I don't think at the time I realised it was a video journal. I would look back at the videos and think, oh my gosh, that's how I felt at this moment in time, and now I feel so completely different. But yeah, that's what I mainly do. I post on TikTok,
Nice.
Instagram, places like that. Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. I think it's overwhelming sometimes in the sense that there's so many expectations in my head. So, you know, when you kind of, how do I put this without sounding bad? You know, when you get a viral moment,
Yeah.
you feel the internal pressure to keep it up. So everything that you produce, it's like, it needs to sound amazing. It needs to sound profound. I can't put out something that doesn't have the same momentum as the previous video. So a lot of the things I'm like,
The caliber that's now the caliber. You have to achieve that.
I keep setting new expectations for myself, and it's so daunting because sometimes you record something and think, this isn't enough. I'm going to save this. But then I have to think back and realise that the thoughts that I didn't think were enough is what got me the community I have now. So I just have to keep posting even when I do question myself sometimes, because I know that it's not me, it's the voices of, I don't know who else, but it's not me.
It's a self-doubt.
110%.
I agree with you. I have the same thing where a video do well and I'm like, yes, I have to now achieve this over and over and over again, and that's what I'm going to call success. When really and truly you just have to this video happens to catch the algorithm at this time, or this video somehow resonates with a lot of people, or the way how it intros, it like catches people's attention. It's not
first thought.
Yeah, it's not the video itself or the idea behind the video, because there's some videos I release, I'm like, yeah, the message behind this is great, and it has actually like a lot of comments on it, but then the ones where I'm like, nah, I'm alright, that happens to do way better than anything else, which is frustrating. Yeah. I was going to say, do you want to get vulnerable with me? But
sure, that's what I'm in the park to do.
Exactly. No, but I feel like you've actually started off. So usually I start off by saying, what's on your mind? What do you want to get vulnerable about?
Do you know what? This morning, I was actually watching a video of a girl, and she said, like, you shouldn't point out your insecurities because then other people will become aware of them. So if you have a big nose, for example, your nose is wonky, you shouldn't say it to her, because then she'll start to see that your nose is wonky.
Yeah.
But it started to make me realise that a lot of the times no one sees what makes you insecure until you point it out. The insecurities you have are subjective. Not everyone's going to see you in the same way. Wait, there was something else that linked to it. Sorry, I'm going to do this quite often because I lose my train of thought. There's so many things going on.
Don't worry, the amount of edits that I do on this is insane. I'm like, I've got to delete this whole section just for it to flow.
Yeah. And one word from one clip has to connect nicely.
Okay, what can I find in this to this?
That matches nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so while you think of your next thought, let me just quickly say, I agree with you, because it's in a way law of attraction. If you constantly speak out what you see bad in yourself, people are going to notice. Obviously, it's you're literally speaking on your downfall. Like, why am I going to draw attention to something that I think's in my head? It's so weird. It's like, why would you keep on repeating an insecurity? You're giving it energy. You're going to like, people then
you're going to
notice that
enhance
energy.
it in a way. Yeah,
exactly. So I totally agree with that.
I think as well, I'm so anti getting into a relationship if you're insecure. I used to be very, very insecure about a lot of things. But when you're insecure, I feel like in turn, you act in a way that kind of causes the person, like you're kind of forcing them to view you in the same way. Like when you go into a relationship and you keep making like really weird jokes about yourself and stuff like that, the person at some point is also going to view you in that way, because you're forcing those insecurities on their perception of you.
Yeah.
So it's so important to allow people to have their perception of you, instead of trying to interject and be like, no, but my head is so big and da, da, da. Allow them to think you're beautiful without you saying something. Allow them to have their own image and vision of you without you having to chime in and be so harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
Or say something that feels like levels it out, has a state of equilibrium. So someone says something good, so you have to level it out by saying something bad, because you're not used to people complimenting you. Yeah, energy, like you're just used to criticism. So all the voices in your head are saying, no, but you have big eyes and you have this and you have that. Just allow people to love you without jumping in and trying to ruin it, you know?
100%. Yeah, I can't say much to that, because it's the truth. You have to let people love you. You have to let people see you for who you are. It's a hard thing, because you can't see yourself and you've got this certain image of yourself. But then when people tell you, oh, look, I see this beauty within you, your brain automatically just can't
fathom it.
Allow it. And I guess it's also self-love, because you're hearing love from someone else, but then your self-love isn't allowing you to receive that. So, yeah. It's
weird, because you want it. You want it, but you don't know how to take it. And especially when you're not giving yourself things, you'll seek out for other people giving it to you, but because it's not normal, you'll just reject it. So then you're also, in turn, proving the insecurities that you have within yourself. So if you feel like you're not worthy of love, but when people love you, the first thing you do is push them away. I do that.
Self-sabotage, isn't it?
Yeah. Like you're then in turn proving the original point you had. You're kind of causing your insecurities to continue to live on, basically.
Feeding them power.
Yeah, like by doing things that still keep them alive.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Negative thought patterns, self-sabotage, rejecting people is all part of to keep yourself small.
Yeah,
because you can't let yourself be big.
It's fueling the insecurities. Even though you want to stop being insecure, you're still doing the things that make you insecure, but you don't realize it because you think you're protecting yourself at the time. But I think it's the insecurity protecting itself. Wait, that was a word.
That's actually a bar.
It's the insecurities protecting itself because it's scared of what you might become if you no longer need it.
Wow.
OMG.
You just...
That was something.
You just opened up a bag of worms there.
That was something. I think we're all scared. I feel like we do it unconsciously though. I don't think anyone consciously thinks, I don't want to be amazing. Oh, maybe they do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Because I think the vast majority of people don't... Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
I think the vast majority of people do want better for themselves, but they're also... The unconscious mind is scared of what they would become if they do become that, because they're not used to it. So even though it's not like a fearful thought in the sense that it's scary because something bad could happen, it's fearful because it's unknown.
Yeah. Yeah, they always say if you want to grow, you need to go into the unknown because you're comfortable at where you're at and you know that you're not really progressing, so you don't really want to leave that arena in a way. But then once you can see a future, but it's not even see a future, you see a path, but the path is basically just dark. You don't want to step into it because you're scared to grow, you're scared to see yourself in unknown moments. And yeah, it's hard to say, oh, people just need to go into something that's unknown and thrive because what is the unknown? But people just need to just be, have an adaptive mindset. When things come, don't be so fixed on how you view things. Allow your mindset to mold and be changed and understand the new outcomes, because when you see the new outcomes, new life will happen and the insecurities will kind of melt away because you're trusting yourself more. You're seeing yourself in a stronger image. You're allowing yourself to get stronger as well by going into such a deeper experience with yourself of just being in the unknown, that things just kind of just naturally just wash away. Yeah.
I think it's really cool that I'm going to link this to relationships, right?
Yeah.
In a relationship, like, you guys are at two different points in your life, maybe, or who knows. And I think the beauty of relationships is that you could be going through something and someone doesn't fully understand, and they never will understand until they go through it. So sometimes I think that's why arguing with people is so useless. I always say communication, but sometimes you hit a brick wall because the person doesn't understand. They've never been through what has caused you to now think that way. And it's beautiful because you could just say, let's just park it off here. But you then see them slowly adapt, because later on down the line, in chapter 4 of you guys' story, they now go through something similar that then causes them to think, oh, okay, this is what you were going through. So yeah, I don't know what the point of that was, but...
No, I don't either, but it's still a good point. But it's, yeah, you can't convince people to see through your lenses, because it's like, they just don't understand. And I'm gonna link this to my life a little bit. There was a guy that was in my life, and I never understood him. I actually low-key kind of disliked him a lot. And I always tried to be compassionate. I always tried to see through his lenses, try to understand him more. There was this quote that I had the other day by Michael Beasley. I don't know if you know who he is or not, but
No.
he's a former basketball player. But he done this interview and he said, "You don't judge me by the choices that you had in your life, but not understanding my life." I've butchered that completely, but that was the general gist of
premise.
it. Yeah. So I always try to understand that guy before reaching such levels of like dislike. But then he's kept on doing things that was just like, I just don't understand this guy.
You're being stupid now.
Yeah. And the more I was like, you know what, I'm kind of glad that I don't get him, because if I do, to a certain point, I can kind of understand his mindset, and that means that I'm kind of like him. I always try to understand someone, but then when it gets to a certain point where I'm just like, I can't do this, it's like, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe this mindset is not achievable because it's not a good mindset. So
that's so true.
Yeah, so that's how I've kind of understood to allow myself to just, separate people, not separate people like in a bad way, but like to separate mindsets of like, okay, I understand this person, I understand their pain, so I'm going to give them a bit of empathy. I can't give this guy any empathy. Why can't I? Maybe it's because I don't understand his mindset and I don't like him. And that's okay. You cannot like people. Like,
that's true.
So I don't know what that point was either, but yeah.
No, but it all interlinks. I think the quote that you've said sounds so amazing, because a lot of the times when we're judging people, we're judging them based off of, 1, lack of context, and 2, what we assume we would have done if we were in that situation, but we don't know the choices that they had that led them to that point. We don't know the choices that they had in general. So maybe if we could see it from other people's perspectives, we would be a lot more compassionate towards each other. But I feel like we would also be a bit more judgmental, in the sense that now you have all their choices, and now you would think that you, knowing all their choices, would do better than what they did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so maybe it's good that we sometimes don't fully understand people, because there's that unknown, and then you can sometimes have a bit more compassion for people. Because I think if I knew why everyone did everything that they did, knowing what the backstory is behind, I would be a lot more judgmental.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I think when you are self-aware, you can either be...
Wait 1 second, sorry.
No problem. What was I even saying?
Yeah, I can't remember now. Judgmental. If you fully understood people fully, you'd be a lot more judgmental.
Yes, I think it's 2 sides to every coin, right? I feel like I'm extremely self-aware. However, I feel like I'm the compassionate self-aware. There's other people who are self-aware, but they're completely judgmental and horrible. Like, they're so strict. They're like, I'm self-aware, so you should be self-aware too. Like, I must have posted a video about how I don't understand when people cut people off abruptly. Like, at least give them a conversation, but cutting people off and expecting them to interpret your actions instead of giving them clarity is very, very cruel. And most people were agreeing with me. Some people were like, what do they say? They were like, but people know what they're doing. And I saw so many comments, right? And it's so interesting to see other people's perspectives. Please let me know what you think about this.
Yeah.
But in my head, because I've been on the receiving end of it,
So of cutting people off, yeah?
No, of being
Oh.
cut off.
Oh, okay, cool.
Quite abruptly, even though it may be valid, it's horrible because it doesn't allow, one, the person to grow, and two, I mean, you're not responsible for anyone's growth, but
Yeah,
making them
exactly.
aware can at least make them aware. Yeah, making them aware will at least help them know where they need to improve at. Improve at. Yeah, what they need to improve on.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then I think the second, what was I even saying?
Cutting people off.
Second thing, yeah, that's the only point I could come up with.
Well, let me quickly interject while you think of your next point. Yeah, I literally had to cut someone off. This is more of a me understanding where I'm at in life and actually being mature enough to see, actually, no, you're not over this. You thought you was, and that's okay because there was no contact for so long. And obviously you've lived your life, you've moved on, but actually seeing her again in person, it's a whole different situation. We reconnected at a mutual gathering, had a conversation, was flowing, and I was like, oh, this is flowing. I was like, nope, can't let your mind wander that way. This is over. Then afterwards I was starting to ruminate, and I was like, you know what, I need to not, this can't happen.
I need to not do that.
Yeah, this is not nice. She follows me on Insta, it's whatever. But then I was like, I can't though, because I didn't like the fact that when we were talking, she was telling me about my life. And it's like,
there was no unknown. Like,
there was no
unknown. Space.
Yeah. And so I understood that, and I sent like a basically a fat ass paragraph. I said the reasons why that I've got to cut you off, because again, I need to heal more. And also I feel like in life we just need to move on. And you know, to be fair, she clearly had moved on. It was just my mindset that hadn't, because I'm still healing. Not from the situation, but just healing in life in general. So it's just factors that happen with her help me, you know, go into a whole different life. So there's no resentment, there's no nothing. It's just me personally, I just can't continue this. I just need to just cut everything off. As I was saying this to people were like, no, just unfollow her and block her and like stuff like that. And I was like, I can't do that. It's not like,
it's not me.
It's just not, it's just not me. I need to communicate how I feel. I even said in the message that I sent, I was like, I might be over communicating here, I can't lie to you. I might be doing too much. But I'd rather do too much than do nothing. Yeah. So I sent her the message, I sent everything. She totally understood, and we just basically unfollowed each other, and that was it. And
that's the thing though, at least you communicated.
Yeah.
Like you didn't just cut her off. I think even though she's in a relationship, if you unfollowed her, I don't think she would have given a toss realistically, because now she's with someone else. However...
So really quickly, it was just because, I think because the conversation was, like when we saw each other, it was like a nice conversation. It was both, you know, just catching up on life and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't then go from that then just to blocking her and nothing. In my head, that pattern doesn't make
any sense.
It's like if we were cussing each other out when we saw each other, and it was like little slight digs, and it was like, do you know what I mean?
Confusion to her.
Yeah. I was like, I can't. That was nice. I'd rather end it on communicating and be nice and be so. Yeah, that was my mindset behind sending that message. Yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I think when you're an empath, you think that way.
Sorry, what's that?
It's okay.
It's every single time I record, those planes are pesty. But to be fair, this one's like the first one. Usually it's like back in London, it's back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah, because you have like a million and a trillion airports, mate. People flying from all different areas.
I'm guessing that's Gatwick, isn't it? It has to be.
What?
That, or is it Heathrow? No.
It would probably be Heathrow.
Heathrow, yeah. Yeah, you've got London City, you've got Gatwick, I think it's mainly London City that flies over London. But anyway.
What, the rest fly over somewhere else?
No, but where I film is usually London City Airport. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I just finished talking about sending that
Empath,
message.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, empath, yeah.
I think when you're an empath, you definitely think that way. Especially when you know what it's like to be confused. You never want anyone to feel confused. But I think it's a reductive mindset to say that everyone knows what they're doing, because to think that everyone has the same level of self-awareness you do is completely ridiculous. The world is not black and white. Like, two things can be true at once. Yes, they hurt you, but yes, you also deserve to give them some sort of level of communication. And it's crazy to me because if it was a boy, if it was a girl, if it was someone you were in a relationship with, you would say something.
Exactly.
But because it's a friend, you're doing too much. You're this. Why are we talking about this? Just brush it. And it's like people fail to forget that friendships are a type of relationship.
Oh, 100%.
You need to try in both areas. Like, you can't just say, I'm going to give this boy 1,000,001 chances, but my friend, when she's telling me how she feels, I'm just not going to try and communicate. It's just not fair. I'm not saying give the friend 1,000,001 chances. I'm saying put some sort of level of understanding, communication, and effort in both. Whether that's one has more because obviously your partner is your partner, you're going to be with them for the rest of your life, however you want to view it. But yeah, going back to the self-aware bit, I've been through things that have made me the way that I am. Someone else may not have been through that experience that triggers that. And that's so unfair because yes, you are not responsible for anyone's growth. However, you are responsible for the way that you treat people.
Exactly.
And to treat someone with such cruelty and be like, I'm not going to tell you what you did because I don't owe you a conversation. They hurt you. So why wouldn't you tell them that they hurt you?
Basically, you're not communicating, so you're actually doing yourself a disservice. If you're truly self-aware and you're truly understanding, you're truly self-healing, and like you're actually going through this major change in life, if you can't communicate your thoughts and your feelings in an effective way, then are you really truly healing?
Self-aware.
Yeah, you really truly self-aware, because if your first move is just to cut off, you're not
having the difficult conversation.
You're not.
So I don't think a self-aware person would. I don't really think they're self-aware. Anyways, I think context always applies, because some people will say, oh, but this person really hurt me and they deserve to be cut off. Fair enough. Like, if they did something so bad, yeah, and they know what they done, I'm not gonna lie, someone makes it clear when they know what they done.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? They avoid you, they just they try not to have the conversation, they gaslight you, they do all these things. It's obvious when someone is purposely trying to avoid what they've done because they don't want to come to terms with it. But when someone genuinely does not know, and it's not a major thing that's happened, and you still decide to cut them off because you're trying to avoid having a difficult conversation, that's where I think it is cruelty. Because of course, if someone's done something really, really bad, I'm not going to lie, you deserve to be cut off.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's something small that could be communicated over and you fail to do so because they don't deserve an explanation, I think that's where people go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But then, self-healing is knowing when to have that conversation. Or say, being self-aware is knowing when to have that conversation and having been actually, no, you've affected me so much that I needed some time away from you. And we'll have this conversation later. Or sometimes, no, you've actually done a number on me. I'm just not going to say anything. Yeah. There's levels to what you do. If you care about the person that's done something to you,
actually,
you will communicate your feelings to them. But then, let's say, I don't know, someone in a pub pushes you, or not pushes you, but does something mean to you, and you don't have to have the conversation then. That's not your prerogative, because you don't know this person. You don't owe them anything. That conversation, yeah.
But if it's someone that's close to you, I think that's when you guys are really, really close and you cut them off. If it's an acquaintance or you guys aren't that close, fair enough. I don't think they give a toss. You don't give a toss. You unfollow each other. And do you know what I mean? No one cares.
Exactly.
But when it's someone you would consider very, very close to you and it's happened, I think that's where things might be called into question, because what are we actually avoiding here? What are you trying to avoid? What feelings are you trying to avoid? Is it the uncomfortable feeling? And then I think someone else commented, she was saying how she's okay with just cutting people off straight away, if I want to lose someone, let me lose them type of thing. And she was saying she hates it when people overplay their role in her life. And it's that's what it's so horrible, right? Because I think people get detachment from things muddled up with just being rude. I'm so sorry. It's okay to detach from things, but I think there's levels to it. Yes, you can detach from everything and kind of just be okay with the process of life and letting things go and come. But if someone's overplaying their role in your life, one, there must have been some sort of inkling you gave them to make them think that, oh, okay, maybe we are close. Like, they might have read it as something, or, yeah, like, they read something as deep, even though it wasn't as deep to you. So would a conversation not help to say, hey, yeah, like, we might need to recalibrate, like, how we see the friendship? It's not going to be an easy conversation at all. However, to say things like that, I hate when people overplay their role in my life, is so horrible.
Because you obviously convinced them that they have some sort of role.
Do you know what I mean? And on top of that, they're now going to question, am I doing too much? Like, speak to them and tell them, I'm not gonna lie, we ain't bros like that. we're not like that. We're not friends like that. So yeah, and I think that's why a conversation is necessary, leaving, because you're gonna leave even more confusion. Because if that person has overplayed their role in your life, they obviously think you guys are closer. So to just abruptly cut things off, is there not going to be more confusion on their side?
Yep, exactly. That's the whole point of healing, is to eliminate confusion amongst your loved ones. You're meant to communicate your efforts clearly, because you're shutting down a part of yourself. You're kind of avoiding it. You're dismissing it to the side. Is everything all right? It's just police is wandering around.
I don't know, but they're scaring me.
Yeah, they are. They are scaring me.
I hope there's no one running loose. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's actually a good point. Hey.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
Videoing.
It's all right.
We were just having to wonder whether you've seen this gentleman in the park at all.
No.
No.
If you're truly self-healing, you're not doing yourself a service by avoiding a talk with a loved one. Because then what happens when you're in a relationship, what happens when you have to deal with a family member, when you have to have a hard conversation? You want to have the hard conversations with people that maybe you can cut out your life. Because then you know, okay, cool, this time that didn't work. I can now
what can I do better?
Or maybe I didn't phrase this right, or maybe they just didn't react right. And how things are gonna pan out, you're not gonna have the foresight and guess everything from going forward, but you will now have a better experience of how to have hard conversations and how to have easy conversations, really.
Become easier over
yeah,
time.
Yeah, exactly. It'll become easier over time because now you've done it with people that you can literally cut off. But what happens when you're 5 years deep into a relationship, say 5 years deep into a marriage, and you can't easily escape? You can't,
That's the problem though, because do you not think a lot of marriages, and because everyone's kind of out for themselves, anything that makes them feel uncomfortable, they just shut off from it. And I think that's why some people cut people off abruptly, because I'm doing what's best for me, but maybe it's because they never had anyone looking out for them.
Yeah.
So any threat or anything they deem to be a threat to their welfare or to their peace or to something that's taken so long to stabilize and grow, and they cut it off immediately. So maybe that's their coping mechanism, and maybe in that sense they aren't as self-aware as they think they are.
No, they're not. That's actually a very good point. You've done self-healing to understand to a certain point, but then now your new self-healing journey is to find that balance back to where you've gone from being very bad to being protecting your peace. And then now protecting your peace, now what you've got to do now is to learn how to let people into your life and not crash out when the slightest
thing happens.
Thing happens.
Because I think crashing out, right? The term crashing out makes me laugh. But
I love it though, I can't lie to you.
Bro, I used to crash out so bad, so bad. And I think for me in friendships particularly, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I know in the past, I can openly say I've been not the best friend at all. And because I used to crash out so often, I think it would always have a negative effect. Anyways, what I'm trying to link this to is, I think crashing out comes in different forms. Sometimes we look at crashing out as screaming, shouting. Sometimes crashing out is just shutting off. That is crashing out. It may not
Extreme
be verbal.
emotion.
Yeah, it may not be verbal, but it's like blocking someone or just saying you're gonna leave them alone forever. That is your version of a crash out. I just don't think we see it in that way. It's like, I'm not crashing out, so clearly what I'm doing is right.
It's like crashing out has now been linked to explosive anger, whereas extreme emotion can just be classed as crashing out.
The subtle things or the things that are happening inside of you, like how you're changing your mindset now, which is like, I'm no longer going to let anyone in. I hate everyone. Even though it may not be explosive, you now switching and going from another extreme.
Yeah.
Is like, that is a version of a crash out as well.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. Watching the birds fly.
To watch the birds, yeah. It's so like soothing sometimes. They're really annoying and ugly when they poo.
Both just went utter silent and started watching the birds. That is funny. Actually, I got a question for you. Do you feel like now that you've gone through this self-healing journey, do you feel like you can make connections easier, or do you feel like because you become so self-aware now, it's harder for you to make connections? Because for me personally, I feel like I can make connections easier now because I understand people more deeply. I
think for me, there's still, I'm not fully as self-aware as I want to be. Like, there's still an aspect of me that's very naive.
So before we continue, do you mind saying your age on here?
Yeah, I'm 21.
I don't want to stress that's the reason why you may be still...
But yeah. Because I'm still in like a... I've been through the real world, but not enough. I know it still needs to mould me and crush me a bit more before I become like the person and the woman that I need to become. But yeah, there's still like a little adolescence within me. Something that still hopes and wishes that there's good in everyone when there's not. And that everyone may, for example, I'm convinced in my head that when someone does something, it's not always out of malicious intent. And realistically, that's just not the case. It's not reality. I know logically I feel it. Well, not I feel it. Logically, I know that. Emotionally, I still am not there yet. Whether my emotions will ever know that, and I'll always have to run with my logic in those cases, I don't know. But in terms of the actual question itself, I think, well, I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD, right? And
officially?
Yeah. And I think...
Did you go through a doctor for that or a therapist? I don't know how it works.
I went to a psychiatrist. So I see a psychiatrist, and then she referred me. Then I had to choose who I wanted to go with, and then, yeah. But I have another one for autism later on down
down the line,
later on down the line. But yeah, I have ADHD, which it makes friendships very, very difficult. I feel like I might cry. Flip me.
No, let it out, man. Let it out.
Oh, hold it.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, it makes friendships difficult. And I think before I got diagnosed, I didn't understand me. I'm a very emotional person, but going into friendships where people are neurotypical, they don't get it. So everything you do is seen as doing too much, or you're just being dramatic, or whatever it is. But it was everything that I felt like. It validated everything that I've been through and experienced. But it means that I view relationships a bit more emotional than anyone else would, particularly friendships. They're really, really deep for me. So it makes it harder now that I'm more aware of myself. It makes it harder because I don't necessarily want to get attached to anyone else anymore, because I know the type of friend I can become.
When you feel deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way, yeah.
Mate, like I can... It's easier in a sense because it allows you to be more compassionate towards people in terms of being self-aware. But it also means that you're aware of your own flaws and you limit the amount that you give to other people, because you know what it can do to you in turn. If anything goes left, it's going to hurt you more than it probably hurts them. So
yeah, no, I totally agree with you, because I'm the same way. There was a certain point where when I was going through my therapy talks, like I don't see a therapist anymore because I feel like it was getting to the point where I was relying on them a bit too much, and I kind of wanted to see how I was without them. And to be fair, money as well. I was doing driverless at the time. I couldn't afford both. And I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, so during that period, I was like, why am I feeling so deeply? I don't understand. And then I was talking to my therapist, and she basically insinuated that I might have ADHD, and I couldn't afford to go and see a specialist. But then I read a book about it. I think it's A to C on ADHD. I can't remember how that title goes, but it's something like that. And it basically
I've seen that
it's
in
a
Weatherspoons. Whether it's called what?
Weatherspoons? No, that's
the Wait, that's what I was flipping saying. That's what I said. Weather books.
Yeah.
You know that bookstore? Weatherstones.
Weatherstone. I think it's Waterstone. Yeah,
Waterstones. Yeah.
That's it.
Anyways,
yeah.
continue. Sorry.
That's fine. I saw that book and I was like, my friend actually recommended it to me because it's broken down for people that might have it, so it's easy to consume. And also, I just can't get through a book. Maybe I do have ADHD actually.
Same.
I can't physically sit down and read a book. I get too distracted. Yeah, and I was reading it and I was like, I identify with a lot of these things. And it started to make me think that actually maybe I do have ADHD. I'm not actually officially claimed to have one, so I'm not going to say that I do have it. But I feel like I do have strong aspects of an ADHD brain. And one of the things they do say in the book is that you act on impulse to your...
Impulsive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you struggle to deal with emotional regulation. So it's, something bad has happened to you, but you get to that extreme emotion so fast because it's like, you feel so, what the you was going so fast. That's so cool though. You feel deeply, you feel strongly about emotions, so it's like...
There's no way to balance it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I struggle with. I struggle with rejection sensitivity dysphoria. One of the traits of ADHD.
One, rejection. Yeah, you can't handle rejection.
I can't. I'll do anything to avoid it. As much as I say, go tell people when you like them. You know, when I do like someone, I'll tell them. If they don't feel the same way, I'll brush it, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it's cases like, we're very close friends, I don't want to feel like you don't want me around, so I'll just remove myself from the situation, or I won't call up first, because if you don't answer, I'll feel like you don't want to speak to me.
Yeah. I have very strong FOMO.
Mate.
It's so bad.
Do you know what? I don't really care for FOMO, but seeing everyone enjoying, I'm not there, I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Isn't that FOMO?
It is, yeah. Actually, it is.
That's literally
You know
FOMO.
what, yeah? Do you know there's this video on TikTok, and I forgot what it's called, but it's like when you're speaking to someone who basically, like, who disagrees with what you said and then says it in their own way, but the same thing that you just said. Like, that's what I feel like right now. Anyways, yeah.
I do that as well. I go, nah.
No, but
actually,
yeah. That is what I meant.
I've got to take time to process what you're saying and understand it in
my first response is to say no, because you don't get what I'm trying to say. And then I realised you actually do get what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
But it is your words, not mine. I just can't.
I didn't fathom at the time, but now I get it.
My bad.
Okay. Rejection, and then impulsivity. So as soon as I feel angry, acting upon it. As soon as I feel upset, acting upon it. Anything that I would feel that would be negative and positive, I would act upon it. But obviously, because the negatives, sometimes the consequences outweigh the positive consequences. It would then cause for a lot of friendships to be destroyed, because I would act on impulse. So the first thing I would do when I'm upset is block you, even though we're very, very close, because at the time it seemed valid, and because of how angry I was, it was valid. Everyone else who's around me, again, neurotypicals, they don't understand why I did that, because that just looks like an extreme. But it made sense in my head because that's how I felt. But because
that first thought, you just bang.
And no one got me.
No
one got me. I still think there's very few people that get me to this day. So finally being diagnosed, it has honestly, it's been 3 days, but it has brought so much clarity to me.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you've seen some.
I don't know what the original question was.
Growth. I've forgotten as well. Oh, jeez.
Wait.
Self-healing and connections. Self-healing and connections.
Friendships.
Yeah, do you feel like you've found it easier since you've gone through your self-healing journey? Do you feel like it's been easier to make connections or harder to make connections?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll answer that.
Yeah. I think you find it harder, don't you? Because, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. when I watch it back out, I feel like I forgot the question, so I forgot the point of the. Oh gosh.
What about you?
Yeah, like I said, I find it easier to make connections with people. I think the part that was holding me back from the self-healing journey was the fact that connections come and go, and I didn't like that part of it. I hate when they go. When it comes to my abandonment issues, I find it hard to then. You can wait for that to go by.
Mate.
It's a bus. See, when it comes to abandonment issues, I find it hard. Where's all this noise coming from? It's a plane. Helicopter.
Oh shit. Are you sure that's not? That's a helicopter. Is it making that noise?
It is. It's a. It looks fake as well.
No, that's an actual plane. No, there's a plane over us, and that was a. No, it might have been them actually.
It looks fake though, doesn't it? This looks like a little toy just.
Yeah. It don't look like it's actually something in the sky. It looks like something they put in the sky.
But yeah, my abandonment issues, it's definitely painted this a lot as well, like not being able to lose connections because of the fear of just being left alone. But then once I understood the power of being left alone and like being in your own solitude, it's helped me understand that connections come and go, and that I can't enter. Hello, you all right?
Hello, yeah, I'm just wondering, which is the quickest way to the car park or where the cafe is?
Oh, just straight that way.
Was it that way?
Yeah, it was that way, yeah.
Yeah, is it as high as that, is it, over there?
Yeah, there should be a path along there, and once you get to the path, just follow the path.
Oh, right, I'm not sure.
Right, third time lucky. Yeah, when it comes to my abandonment issues, it's definitely taught me how to. Fuck! I actually forgot the point that I actually bring this up for now. But let's start from the beginning. My abandonment issues definitely painted how I attach to people. And when I was going through my self-healing journey, I realized a lot of my friends, I'd insecurely attached to them because I was trying to gain something from them. My self-healing journey, it taught me how to actually connect with people, not attach, and that the fact that connections can come and go, and how to nurture them and how to continue them, and not just it be in person or through text. It's how to show up for people in different ways. And I started to realize that when it comes to me being friends with people, I can't go in, even trying to make relationships as well, in general, I can't go into it seeking something. I need to go into it as a whole person. And if I like their energy and they like my energy, then something can happen from there. I can't go in it, see their energy, be like, okay, how can I attach them now through me knowing them? It's made it easier to make connections, but it's also made it easier for me to lose connections as well. It's also made it easier for me to make healthier connections. So yeah, it's definitely helped.
Do you know what? Like, you made a very, very valid point about. Oh, she's gone so far. You made a very, very valid point about connecting with people rather than getting insecurely attached to them. And I obviously have some abandonment issues, but I think that's what I'm in the process of doing. I'm learning to
Wait, so can I guess what your abandonment issue is?
What?
Father?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. Mine left. So
What age?
4, I think, or 2.
4, I was
somewhere.
12.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're a lot more aware.
Yeah, but also no. I got told it was depression. So I kind of let that be the, okay, cool, he's got depression. Oh yeah, that's fine. Then when I realized what actually, I think it was depression as well, not to think it, but I always gave it as like a, oh, cool, that's a good excuse. I'm gonna allow him. But then I started to realize, I feel like I understand depression.
When he had the chance to show up, he didn't.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you, obviously I'm not gonna claim like I know depression. I'm not gonna claim like you can do certain things on depression. But there's keeping contact with people, and especially a 12-year-old boy, that you're there for the first part of the 12 years of his life, and you're active father, and you're there 24/7.
Me
just to disappear like that and have no contact with anybody. And I used to send letters for a little bit and then not at all. It just, I don't know. I'm not gonna say, oh, if I had depression, I feel like I'll do this, but it's like, I feel like something. I don't even know if it's alive or dead. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, but something could have been done. Yeah. How about yourself? Do you know why? You just leave?
I don't actually know the ins and outs, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't really know the ins and outs.
You don't talk about something you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think in terms of it, it was just me and my mum for a while, but I realised that there was never really much connection in the household growing up. So
between you and your mum?
Yeah, so I started getting in relationships early. I started like speaking to boys early. I think my first relationship was when I was like 13 to 16. He was a horrible boy. Anyways, yeah, 13 to 16. And then from there, I was just in back-to-back relationships until a year ago when I finally just said, yeah, let me just be alone for a bit because I am not okay. I'm not okay mentally. Something is wrong with me because the way that I'm treating people and the way that I am as a person is not good. I'm not going to get anywhere in a healthy relationship like this.
It's very self-aware of you though.
Mate.
A lot of people don't have that moment.
But I kept getting into situations where it forced me to. I kept being the common denominator. That it was like, there was something wrong and it's not them. They might have added to some things, but it's you. But what was I trying to say?
No, I said.
Were you going to say something?
That person that I told you about, the reason why I had to cut off, that ended like a couple of years ago. But after that had ended, I was avoiding. Started going to therapy. Saw her again after I started therapy. Once I had like realised what I was doing wrong, when I saw her again, I was like, oh my God, I had suppressed so much. And literally like, it felt like a switch had happened. So it's like I was suppressing, went to therapy, was still kind of suppressing after I started therapy, but I didn't know what I was suppressing at the time. I knew that I was doing something, but there was nothing to reveal it yet. So I was like,
seeing her was a trigger.
It was like, and then it literally, everything came out of me, and I was like, oh my days, I've done this wrong. Oh my days, I've done that wrong. Yeah, she done that wrong there.
But I did this.
I also did this here and here and here.
Like it takes two to tango. Like you were probably just as much in the wrong as she was.
Literally, yeah.
But yeah, I think because of my abandonment issues, I tend to get attached. That's why I valued friendships so much, because you weren't really getting the love at home, and that's why I guess, yeah, I got attached to my friends very quickly. But now I'm learning to allow my friends to have their own life. I'm learning that we don't need to speak every day. And I'm learning that that doesn't mean that you no longer want me in your life. Because I would read that as you hate me and you don't want to speak to me.
Yes.
But it's not that. It's just that things are going on and they're just really busy. And that
they're just making other friends. Like.
Do you know what I mean? And that is okay. And if the friendship is meant to be like, we'll continue speaking, if not, then hey. But yeah, like I'm learning to connect with people as opposed to just being attached and assuming
putting your emotions onto them or making them,
because it could be so overwhelming, so overwhelming for the like person receiving. It could be so overwhelming for the person on the receiving end of it.
Exactly.
Because I can only imagine it's like you've only known someone for 2 weeks and you're getting all this emotion from them, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? I don't know you that well. Move away from me. So it could be
trauma bonding, basically.
Yeah, and it's just not healthy. So yeah, I think I'm learning to balance allowing people to have their own lives and allowing my friends to have their own lives, and that doesn't mean that they hate me. It just means that we're quite busy at this time, and I have to keep telling myself that, and also knowing the difference between some people who just aren't supposed to be in your life because they don't make the effort.
Yeah. I feel like we're coming to a natural end, actually. I do this thing, we leave it on a parting thought. It's just literally you just yap at the camera and what you want to like imprint, or a lesson that you feel like you took from this, or something you just want to actually just be like, it's my final say. Do you want to come front and center?
Okay, what do I want to say? This is a lot of pressure, geez. Hold on. I want to say that change is never too far away. I think it's so easy to run back to to the self-doubt, because those are the voices you're familiar with. So sometimes your brain will convince you that you've done so many things wrong and that you aren't capable of change, but that is so untrue. Do not let anyone make you feel like you're not capable of change. Do not allow your own mind to make you believe that you're not capable of change. I wake up sometimes and I decide I don't want to be the same person I was yesterday. But continue to love, continue to communicate, continue to be you. Never change for anybody. Never change for anyone. What else do I even want to say? I don't know.
That can be it. That could be it, literally.
Yeah, and if you are different, embrace that different. Honestly, embrace it. It makes you stand out. And if you are questioning whether or not you are normal, you're probably not normal. You know?
That's not a bad thing.
And who wants to be normal? What
That's
the
not a
heck?
bad
I
thing.
don't want to be normal. I hate normal. Normal's boring. But yeah, don't ever think you're so far away from being different. Do not allow anyone to shame you for the past mistakes that you've made and make it seem like you are incapable or you can no longer change because of the mistakes that you've made in the past. That's not true. But yeah, was that all you wanted me to...
No, that's fine. That's excellent. All right, see you guys. Love you, bye.
Bye. OMG, I hope that was good.
Oh, yeah, no, that was excellent.